excuse my my yoga paraphernalia behind me. That's what I've been doing this morning. Wow, balance, cause and effects, and moving away from that imposter monster when she comes to visit you because she's a pain in the ass, right? Our businesses have ebbs and flow, just like our lives have ebbs and flow, just like our health and our weight and our relationships all have ebbs and flows. But we treat our business like a completely different entity. We expect completely different results from it when, which causes us so much pain and frustration and umming and ahhing and toing and froing, but it just doesn't have to be that way. Your business is here to support you. The universe has your back. Like, the universe is literally trying to give you everything that you desire, but you're not in sync all the time with the way that things that ebb and flow. None of us are, right? Like, it's hard to be perfect, right? You're not going to always get it right, but you can at least try and work within the ebbs and flows of nature and work within the ebbs and flows of yourself and your business, because it just keeps you out of that feeling that stops you from bringing more clients. It stops you from getting things in ease and flow. Now, here's the thing that I really want you to take away from today. If it feels hard, you're doing it wrong. When it feels hard, stop. It's a message that it's not necessarily the way for you to go. Now, I don't know, let's say you want a screw in a screw, right? And it's got a Phillips head, but you don't have a Phillips head, so you use a flat head. I don't even know what I'm talking about, making this up. These are words that I hear my husband say. So you try and screw it in with that, and it works, but kind of not as fast, right? It would have been easier if you had the Phillips. Or maybe you don't have any of those screwdrivers at all, so you get a hammer and you smash it in. You might get it in, but you're sure as heck not going to get it out, and it's not going to look pretty. So using the right tool for the right mode of business that you're in will help things to flow more easily and look a whole fuck ton prettier, and not drive you crazy and keep you out of imposter syndrome. But we keep reaching for the same old tools all the time instead of bringing, hey, good morning, my loves. Good morning, whoever's watching me. Send me a little love heart so I can see who you are on my screen. Wishing you a fabulous day. Honestly, this week is going to be super good. I can just feel it. So do you have the right tools for this week? Do you have the right tools in your little tool belt that you've strapped around your waist for your business this week? Or are you reaching for the same old tools that you've been using over and over again that aren't necessarily working for you? If you're picking up a tool and it's your natural go-to, of course, right? It feels comfortable. And sometimes we mistake comfortable for alignment. Alignment doesn't always feel great. Now, there's something that I don't talk about too often. Alignment sometimes feels scary as fuck. It doesn't always feel like, oh, this is so delicious. Sometimes it's like, oh, God, that's what alignment is today, right? You're not always going to want to do it. And I think that we move away from the things that frighten us and we get caught up in the minutiae of life. You know, I'll do this post and I'll write out a list because it eases the tension for us. We're like, oh yeah, I'm doing it. And then in a week's time, we're like, fuck, I'm doing it, but I'm not getting the results because we're not actually doing the right things. We're actually relieving the tension. And the tension, right? The tension is the message. The tension is like, hey, you're getting it wrong, girlfriend. You need that whole other different tool over there. But we're like, no, I've used this tool and it worked in the past. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to get my hammer. When actually we need to reach for the Phillips screwdriver. And that will get us the different business results that we actually want. So lean in, my darlings. Lean in to you. Listen to you. Ask yourself, what is today for? And if things are feeling hard, why? What is a whole new way that I could think about this? What is a whole new way that I could do this? Or is it time for some balance? Am I going through a phase in my business where I've created all this beautiful space so that I can heal my inner core and get all of my energetics aligned before the next wave of clients come in? Or is it that my business right now is getting lots of interaction on Facebook because that's exactly what I need and I've got my message out there, and the next phase is going to be the hustle and the enrolling people? Like, what phase of business are you actually in? Because it doesn't always climb up the mountain, right? Even if you're going to climb up a mountain, you've got to stop and take a little rest, have a look around, look at the beautiful view, check your map again, and then off you go. You can't just continuously climb. If you just continuously climb, you're going to have a heart attack and not be able to breathe, right? You're going to die. So you need to take the gaps. So don't be afraid of the gaps in your business. And also, don't be afraid to push on if it's in alignment. I know that's a lot of stuff, and I know that it's difficult to understand, but every single time you guys listen to this, you'll get one more little tiny piece of the puzzle, right? It's not supposed to be easy to get. If it was easy to get, everyone would be doing it. We'd all be having, massive impact in the world. But the truth is, not everyone's supposed to have impact in the world, but you are. You are here to have massive impact in the world. You're here to change the way that the world is. So do not give up. Do not release the tension on yourself, and go within and listen to you. Wishing you a fabulous week forward. I'd love you to let me know how your week goes. And remember, together we shall rise.